Hey everyone! Before we dive in, if you love your motherland, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more exciting content.
These briefings require precision.
She was serving
and your
coffee in the
attention to detail
Pentagon's
is
most
noted.
secure war room when a
We need to address
four-star
this
SEAL
immediately,
Admiral
because
laughed in her
immediately
face and
the
said,
situation has
"Sweetheart,
escalated
that little
beyond
tattoo
our
doesn't
initial
make you a
assessment."
warrior." 30 seconds later, the same admiral was on his
Thank you,
knees,
service member.
white as a ghost, saluting the deadliest
Thank you,
sniper
Sergeant.
America never
These
admits
briefings
exists.
require precision.
This is
and
the
your
day
attention
Petty
to
Officer
detail is
Riley
noted.
Quinn made the most powerful men in uniform realize rank isn't always measured in stars. Sometimes it's measured in how far away you can
We need
put
to
a
address
bullet
this
exactly
immediately,
where you
because
want it.
immediately the situation
If you're
has
proud to be
escalated
American and you
beyond
love the
our initial
parents who
assessment.
raised you right, smash that subscribe button right now and let's show this
Thank you,
hero some
service member.
love. Story script:
Thank
the
you,
SEAL
Sergeant.
Admiral mocked her
These
rank for
briefings
fun,
require precision,
until her sniper
and your
mark
attention
proved
to
she
detail
outranked
is
the
noted.
Admiral. The air inside the Pentagon's tank was colder than usual that morning, the kind of cold that came from too much air
We need to address
conditioning
this
and too
immediately,
many
because
secrets.
immediately the situation
At
has escalated
0655,
beyond our initial
23-year-old
assessment.
Petty Officer Second Class Riley Quinn stepped through the vault door carrying
you,
a
service
silver
member.
tray with 8 cups of coffee, black, no sugar, exactly the way the Joint Chiefs liked it. Her summer khakis were pressed razor sharp, her dark hair in a tight regulation bun, boots polished to a mirror. Nothing about her stood out unless you knew where to look. On her left forearm, half hidden by the rolled sleeve, was a small black tattoo, a tiny crosshair over the outline of an M2010 rifle and 3 letters no one in that room had clearance to ask about: JSOC. Admiral James "Jimmy" Hackett, commander of all Navy Special Warfare and the only active-duty SEAL ever to wear 4 stars, was already holding court at the head of the table. He wore his dress blues like armor, fruit salad across his chest bright enough to blind satellites. When Riley set the tray down, Hackett glanced up, smirked, and let the room hear it. "Well, look what the mess cranked out today," he drawled in that Virginia Beach accent that still hadn't faded after 40 years. "They're sending us baristas with gun tattoos now. Honey, that ink might scare the Taliban on TikTok, but this is the big leagues." The laugh started with the Marine Corps 3-star and rolled around the table like incoming artillery. Even the chairman cracked a smile. Riley never flinched. She simply finished placing the cups, came to attention, and said in a voice quiet enough that every man leaned forward to hear it, "Black, 2 sugars for the Admiral, sir." Hackett barked another laugh. "2 sugars. I drink it black like a man, sweetheart. Try to keep up." Riley didn't argue. She reached for his cup, lifted the lid, and let exactly 2 packets of sugar slide in, slow enough for everyone to see. Then she stirred once, set it in front of him, and said, "My mistake, sir. I forgot SEALs need the extra energy to carry all those medals." A couple of the younger aides coughed into their fists. Hackett's eyes narrowed, but before he could fire back, the secure phone in the center of the table chirped the tone that meant the president was calling. "Business first." Riley stepped back against the wall, silent as furniture, the way the best operators learn to do. The briefing was about a nightmare. Iranian-backed Houthi rebels had captured a U.S. Navy autonomous drone ship carrying prototype hypersonic components in the Red Sea. Satellites showed the ship anchored 5 miles off Yemen under a cliff face crawling with anti-air batteries. The president wanted options, and he wanted them an hour ago. Airstrikes were out, too much collateral on the cliff villages. Carrier-based SEALs were out, too far, and the Houthi had new Russian manpads. Marines on amphibious assault. Suicide. Every general and admiral threw ideas against the wall and watched them slide down in failure. Finally Hackett leaned back, smug. "We need 1 shooter. 1 round. Put it through the bridge window, sink the drone ship before they offload the prototypes. My DevGru boys can." "Negative," the chairman cut in. "Your boys are 400 miles away in Djibouti and the nearest submarine can't get a SEAL delivery vehicle there for 36 hours. We have 8 hours before that tech is in Tehran." Silence. 8 hours to hit a target guarded by 200 fighters on a cliff no Westerner had ever climbed. That was when Riley Quinn spoke for the second time that morning. "I can do it in 6, sir." Every head snapped toward the wall. Hackett actually laughed out loud. Jesus Christ, the coffee girl wants to play sniper. Somebody get this child out of. The chairman raised one finger and Hackett shut up like a private. Petty Officer Quinn, the chairman said slowly, repeat that. Riley stepped forward. Sir, I can be on target in 6 hours, 1 round, mission complete, exfil clean. Hackett stood up so fast his chair rolled into the wall. Mr. Chairman, with respect, this is insane. She's a yeoman or some food service specialist who watched too many movies. Look at her record, 2 years in, no combat patch, no. The chairman pressed a button on the console. A classified file projected on the screen behind him. The room went dead still. Quinn, Riley A. P2, USN. Top Secret /SCI, Special Access Program, Phantom Reach. Confirmed kills, 43, longest 2,340 meters, Nuristan Province. Instructor, U.S. Army Sniper School, only Navy student ever to perfect score the course. Attached, Joint Special Operations Command, Task Force 121, Gray Fox. Current cover, Yemen, Office of the Chief of Naval Operations. Hackett's mouth opened, closed, opened again. The tattoo on her arm suddenly made sense. The crosshair wasn't decoration. It was her call sign, Cross. The chairman didn't smile. Admiral Hackett, you are relieved of planning authority for this operation. Petty Officer Quinn has the lead. Give her whatever she needs. Hackett looked like he'd been gut punched by Mike Tyson. She doesn't even have a security detail, she outranks you on this one, Jimmy, the chairman said. Her program reports directly to me. Riley was already moving. She pulled a small Pelican case from under the service cart no one had noticed before, popped it open, and began assembling a rifle the room had never seen outside of black budgets, an experimental .300 Norma Magnum with a carbon-wrapped barrel and a suppressor the size of a soda can. She worked fast, practiced, no wasted motion. Hackett tried one last time. You're sending a 23-year-old girl to. Riley racked the bolt, looked up, and for the first time her eyes were ice. Admiral, the last man who called me girl is still trying to identify through dental records. I'd appreciate if you didn't make the same mistake. She slung the rifle, grabbed a small backpack, and walked out. The door hissed shut behind her like a coffin lid. 6 hours and 42 minutes later, a lone figure in local Yemeni clothing lay prone on a ridge 2,117 meters from the captured drone ship. Wind 9 knots left to right, 62% humidity, temperature 108 degrees. Riley breathed slow, cheek weld perfect, crosshairs steady on the bridge window where 2 Houthi commanders stood over the prototype components. She whispered into her throat mic, cross, 1 round, sending. The suppressed rifle coughed once. The 230-grain Berger hybrid left the barrel at 3,050 feet per second. 1.9 seconds later the bridge window starred, the senior Houthi commander dropped without a head, and the drone ship scuttling charges, pre-planted by an earlier CIA asset, detonated in perfect sequence. The ship burned, sank, and took every prototype to the bottom of the Red Sea. Riley was already gone, sliding backward off the ridge into the wadi where a little bird flown by night stalkers waited with rotors turning. Back in the tank, the satellite feed showed the fireball. The chairman allowed himself half a smile. Hackett stood frozen, staring at the screen like he'd seen God and she was pissed. When Riley walked back into the Pentagon 12 hours later, still smelling of cordite and desert, Hackett was waiting outside the tank. Alone. No aides, no ego. He came to attention, something no one in the building had ever seen him do for anyone below 3 stars, and snapped a salute so crisp it could cut glass. Petty Officer Quinn, he said, voice hoarse, I was wrong. I'm sorry. You're the finest warrior I've ever met. Riley returned the salute, then dropped it. She looked him dead in the eye. Admiral, next time you feel like mocking someone's rank, check the classified annex first. Some of us don't wear our wars on our chest. We just win them. She walked past him. Hackett watched her go, then quietly said to the empty hallway, "Hooyah, cross." The story of the day a 4-star SEAL got schooled by a 23-year-old sniper spread through the special operations community like wildfire, always whispered, never written down. They say Admiral Hackett still keeps a single .300 Norma casing on his desk now. Engraved on it are 3 letters, JSOC. And every year on the anniversary of that mission, an unmarked envelope appears in his inbox. Inside is a new coffee cup, black, 2 sugars, and a short note in feminine handwriting. "Still outrank you where it counts, sir. Cross." He drinks it black now. But he always adds exactly 2 sugars. If that story fired you up, drop a "hooyah" in the comments and tell me what part of this great country you're watching from: Texas, California, New York, Florida, Alaska, wherever the flag flies and the brave live. Let's see how far Riley's legend has spread. God bless our troops, God bless the silent professionals, and God bless America. See you in the next one.